I put myself between the charging ogre and our wizard, and raised my shield to deflect his blow.
Alright, sounds like defy danger to me. Roll plus strength.
Well, that's a 4.
Good news, mark XP. Bad news, the heavy blow tosses you about 20 feet into a pile of what looks like vines. As you land, the vines begin to move around you.
Oh, wait, what? I want to discern realities. Okay, got an 8. That means one question, right? What's about to happen?
As the tendrils begin to make noise and move closer to your friend, it becomes apparent he's about to listen to that D&D podcast. Okay, so based on the lack of objections, I'm going to say let's go with that. Let's move over to character creation. Does anyone have a class that they would...
Paladin.
Anybody else want to be Paladin? Or is... No? Yes? No? Okay.
Andrew, bad things have happened to Paladins in the past.
Anybody else want to be Wizard?
I wouldn't mind being a wizard.
Okay, I think we would only have one per party, so you and Mike have to talk it out.
I could probably play something like a bard. I haven't done that recently.
Okay, so pencil David in for Wizard, Mike in for Bard.
Don't pencil me in for bard. I just said bard.
Pencil Mike in for Bard.
No.
Mike, why do you want to be a bard so bad?
Adam
God
says
damn
he
it.
wants to be a thief.
Yar.
Anybody else thinking thief, or we're gonna let him take it? Speak now or forever hold your pieces.
I think whoever gets to thief first steals it.
Bobby said you want to be fighter?
Barbarian sort of thing.
We have fighter, cleric, druid, and ranger.
Okay, yeah, fighter.
Okay. Anybody else wanted to be fighter? Okay. Renee, we have cleric, druid, and ranger. Did you have anything you wanted to be in particular?
You can also be bard. Do not put me down for bard, please.
You said to pencil you in for bard.
No, I changed my mind. I looked at bard and said, nope. There is also a bard or a barbarian. Bobby or Chris here.
But I'm going off the character sheets.
There's a barbarian.
Why don't you be a
Look, there's a barbarian right
barbarian?
there. Dungeon World SRD barbarian.
I'm going off what we got on the thing for now. If one of you dies, you want to be a barbarian later, we can do that.
I want to be a barbarian now.
Nope.
Bobby's
there's a barbarian.
fighter holds his breath until he dies, and now he's a barbarian.
Renee, bard, cleric, druid, or ranger?
Fuck.
What were you thinking originally?
I don't know anymore. No, but I've already played a fighter in a campaign, so I was trying to get away from things I played before.
Have you played a cleric?
Which technically means that I can't play a bard because I played a bard in that way back in the olden days one.
Druid or fighter druid?
It's probably either going to be druid or ranger.
Renee, for clerics, I'm not trying to steer you in any direction, but you serve and worship a deity or power, so you can make yourself like a cleric of an idea. So
Right, but that's
yeah,
still
just
it's still
gray
faith-based.
area. Yeah.
I guess ranger.
And Mike?
I was trying to find like a sorcerer or something like that.
Yeah, bard, cleric, and druid.
Druid's probably the closest.
You could be a druid and then be all haughty and be like, "Oh, you people with your metal weapons
That's-
and your
I only
sleeping
use
indoors."
weapons made of bone.
That'll be the first party kill.
Not my thing. Cleric.
Jesus, I've got too many pieces of paper here. Oh yeah, I gotta keep this open for character creation. Alright, so our first step is pick a class. We've done that. So second step is going to be to pick a race. So Mike, what race would you like for your
Alright,
cleric?
please let me go last.
Okay. Andrew, what race do you want for your paladin? Oh,
Let's go boring old human.
it looks like that's the only choice.
But you can also invent your own shit.
That's true. David, do you have a choice for wizard? We've got elf and human as the default options.
Elephant human?
Yes.
You just really gotta hope that... No, I'm not.
So the perks for the races, I don't know if you got to open up in front of you, David, but if you're an elf, detect magic is a cantrip for you, or if you're a human, you get to choose a cleric spell, and you can cast it as if it was a wizard spell.
Oh, so the races have their own special abilities.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yes.
important.
Page 130. Well, it's chapter 4, chapter 5? It's around page 1, from like 115
In chat, I've linked you the
on-ish.
URL.
Could you link it to me as well?
It's in chat. What page do you
You're a
want,
wizard,
Robert?
right, David?
You want fighter?
Yes, David is a wizard. David,
Yes, that's page
yep,
145.
145. Do you want me to come back to you, David?
Yeah, go ahead and come back to me. I did not have.
That's okay.
I'm so used to using D20, I didn't have the Google chat open.
Adam, thief. You have a preference between a halfling with your +2 to range damage, or a human with a +1 to spout lore or discern realities about criminal activities?
I'm pretty sure I'd choose halfling. Michael kill me. So.
No, you can choose halfling.
Oh, okay.
You can be a barbarian
Hey,
next step.
shut up.
actually.
No, that's my role.
And so begins the quest to see who dies first.
Adam, I was also looking at a halfling druid. So
Okay. I just the human one is really boring. So.
now I don't know if Chris will allow this, but in the past I've asked my Dungeon World DMs if I could play aspected classes like a human but with the elven racial ability.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be cool with that, especially if we can have, like, if you want to take the halfling perk, but be, like an elf instead or some shit, we can work with that.
I was thinking if the main focus of the human ability is that it has some sort of bonus to a skill check. Yes.
Yes.
Since I was actually thinking more that this guy's more of a professional gambler, could the bonus be for that instead of discerning realities about criminal activities?
Let me bring up the moves list. We can give you a +1 to...
I guess, where would you find gambling what move would gambling be? Discerning realities does kind of, you're studying a situation or a person.
Well, I was about to say it would probably be defy danger. So how about if you get a +1 to defy danger? So defy danger is broken up into a bunch of different.
Yeah.
sections.
I'm just looking at because I'm not necessarily sure that it'd be charisma if he's cheating. It'd be more of a sleight of hand type thing, which would be more dexterous than charismatic. But if you want to say it's a charismatic thing,
You could just say +1 when defying danger during cheating.
How about +1 to defy danger when stealing something?
okay, that's fine.
Sound good?
Sure.
Okay. And what race is that?
Excellent. You can use that for romance too. I +1 when stealing her heart.
That would be human still then.
God damn it, Mike.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Okay. So you're a human. Got that. Renee, do you have a choice for your ranger race? It's got
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out which one of these things is going to be the most useful.
For Ranger's pretty rad across the board.
So the way the perilous journey thing works is you have 3 people who take up a job. Like there's somebody who navigates, there's somebody who secures food, and then there's somebody else who actually like leads you guys in the trek. So basically, if you took one of those 3 jobs, it would automatically be like a full success.
Right. So it's tough because I don't know what one I would end up using the most often.
Well, so you don't need to worry super hard about that too, right? I mean, like, would you rather be a pointy-eared stick lover or no? I have no idea.
Or an elf.
You know those sticks who like.
That is my
sticks
sister-in-law,
anyway.
you son of a bitch.
Would you rather be a granola connoisseur, Ted Nugent?
Oh my God, you've ruined Rangers for me forever.
What the hell was that? That was the worst. I guess I'll just be completely stereotypical and pick elf.
I guess I'll be a human wizard.
Okay, David, you are a human. I guess look through the list of cleric spells and pick one at some point.
Oh, great. I need to look through a list of spells. That's right. Playing a wizard is a lot of upkeep.
Yeah, it's a shitload of work. I spent a couple hours reading the spells earlier.
You just took it from him.
Well, it's gonna be fun playing a mage who's new to the whole magic business.
I want to be half-orc, but I will take the dwarf kind of look, I guess.
Okay, so you want the dwarf perk, but as a half orc?
Right, I mean, is that a thing that I can do? Can I just be a half-orc? Okay, cool.
Alright, so when you share a drink with someone, you may parlay with them using Constitution instead of Charisma, so just make sure you make that your better stat, or else it is all...
I'm 75% orc, so I get discounts and things like that.
We'll worry about that later. What? Mike, dwarf, human, or other?
Man, I'm not even decided on cleric or a druid.
Go druid. Just be a hippie. Go full hippie. Be druid and just be like no.
No, my character is
That is racist as fuck.
It's
Andrew.
classist. It's different.
I'd probably be playing some sort of angry nuke monster either way, so...
Would you rather be an angry nuke monster that can turn into a bear?
The answer is always yes.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
What are your feelings on the Second Amendment?
Wait.
For bear arms.
All right, Chris, I have a terrible question for
What's
you. I can choose one cleric spell and cast it as if it was a wizard spell. Do I have to choose a level 1 cleric spell?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
no. You just won't be able to cast it until your much higher level.
Oh, okay.
Because you
Right.
can only cast spells, you can only prepare spells equal to your level +1. A total number of spells. So you've got your spell points is essentially 2 right now. So you can prepare 1 level 2 spell or 2 level 1 spells.
Okay.
So basically, your usable options right now would be Bless, Cure Light Wounds, Detect Alignment, Cause Fear, Speak with Dead, Sanctuary, or Magic Weapon.
David, this is kind of long term, but what you want to do is take Plague, which is a 9th level spell.
But God, at level
But
8,
when
you're
you
gonna
get there,
burn this fucking world down. Okay, Mike, Druid or Cleric?
cleric,
Okay. Dwarf or Human or Other?
human. I like the idea that so
Motherfucker! Your faith is diverse. Choose one wizard spell. You can cast and be granted that spell as if it was a cleric spell.
David, internet fist bump.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a cleric slinging fireballs and a wizard coming up and healing people, and it's gonna blow everybody's goddamn mind at the back of their skulls.
Man, Dave's got the best straight
I don't know.
face.
Speak with Dead's always pretty fun.
It is. I wonder if somebody died drunk, if when you spoke to them when they were dead, they'd be...
Permanently slurring.
Man, that would suck, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be awesome.
Chris, why are you and Andrew kissing?
Shit, girl, you know.
Bobby, you are really drunk right now.
All right. So now everybody has to choose their look. If you look at the top right of your character sheet, you have some things you can pick from. Who wants to go first? We'll see if we can
Boom.
brainstorm. Okay, Andrew, you'll be our guinea pig.
Yeah.
All right.
So Paladin's name is Voltus.
Volt.
Vultus.
Yeah. Oh my God, you can't even spell Voltus.
Yeah. What a chump. Voltus. Anyways, glowing eyes. Helmeted, so you never see his face.
Okay. How's this helmet look?
It's like one of those Plague Doctor helmets. It's creepy as shit.
It's
Oh,
the
good.
top of a penis.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a real bell end.
God damn it. All right. Holy symbol, is it worn out or fancy looking?
It's worn as Christ. Well, it's more worn than Christ. It's very worn out.
Okay. Body, fit, bulky, or thin?
Thin and like kind of creepy thin, like long, gangly, and stuff like that.
Gangly. Any other identifying characteristics you wanna make note of real quick?
No one in the party has ever seen him with his helmet off, like the mask off.
You should just name yourself Valor and be done.
No, it's actually a lady, and the name is now Atris.
Nice.
While we got your sheet out, you want to pick your stats? If you look right above it, it's got the... Okay. You get to put a +2, a +1, a +1, a +0, and a -1 on stuff.
Yeah, in order 2, -1, 1, 0, 0, 1.
0, 0, 1. Okay. So that's an 8. Is Con the 15 or the 13?
Con's the 15.
15, 13,
And then Int is the 11.
11. I got a 12 and a 9.
Oh, cool. I'll take a 12.
Okay. And a 9. All right. So for alignment, so the way alignment works in this game for everybody who hasn't listened to it or played it before, you actually get experience based on it at the end of the session. So if you do something that is in keeping with your alignment, regardless of whether it's good for the party or not, you will get an experience point for it. So for Andrew, for the Paladin, if you are lawful, your objective is to deny mercy to a criminal or unbeliever. If you are good, you can endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you.
Voltus is very much lawful.
Okay. We'll worry about equipment and armor and shit later. Who wants to go next?
I'll go, but I would need some help.
Do you have the character sheet thing on the Google Drive pulled up?
I do not. That's what I'm looking for.
I linked it in chat. Do you need it again?
Oh, the fighter thing?
Your fighter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I have that. I've got the look names and things like that.
Okay,
Right.
what do you want to name your half-orc?
Bill.
Is that short for anything? Or is his name just Bill?
His full name is Bill.
It's short for Billiam. No, I was named after my father's debt.
Bill I am is even funnier.
Fucking no, it's not. It's Bill.
Okay,
That's going down on record.
it is. So for the look, does he have hard eyes, dead eyes, or eager eyes?
Eager eyes.
Eyes as dead as a tax accountant's.
What kind of hair's he got? Is it wild, shorn, or does he have just a battered helm on most of the time?
Wild hair. He doesn't really go to the barber very much.
The barbarian.
He can't afford that because, his name.
Skin, calloused, tanned, or scarred?
Calloused.
Gross.
Calluses aren't gross. They're a symbol of actually doing things with your life. Burn, says the software engineer.
All right. So are you built? Are you lithe, or are you ravaged?
Yeah, he's pretty built.
Built like a shit brick house.
Swole.
Yep. That is also he's also known as Bill and Shit Brickhouse.
All right. So you get to assign these scores to your stats: 16, 15, 13, 12, 9, and 8.
I don't have I have the fighter sheet, but I don't have the...
So the fighter sheet, all you need to know, or not all you need to know, but what they tell you is that you're going to be hacking and slashing a lot. You are going to use a sword, hammer, axe, spear, flail, or fist sort of thing?
Club.
Okay, so melee weapons, so you're going to want your +2 in strength.
Right.
Now, when your character Bill gets into trouble, what's his most typical way of getting out of it? Does he just kind of...
brute force.
So like he just kind of barrels through it, trusting on his strength to save him? Alright, so
Yeah.
you're probably going to want
make
that...
15 con.
Right. Now, did he spend much time studying?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Do you think that it's like that's an area particularly where he doesn't shine as brightly? Because what about
He is kind of stupid.
he was kind of stupid?
Yep.
So maybe that -1 in the int.
Probably. I mean, kind of the same character sheet as Davor, pretty much.
That's kind of where I was going.
Yeah.
So you also have another +1. Is that more towards?
So if pushing your way through something doesn't work, do you feel that you can haul ass out of there, or do you try to talk your way out at that point?
I push forward again.
So probably 0 in wisdom.
If brute force didn't work, he didn't use enough of it.
You're right.
All right. Is he more nimble or selfish?
Yeah, he's pretty dexterous. Feels like I'm playing Until Dawn again. He's pretty sure of himself.
Is he more nimble or self-assured?
Self-assured.
All right.
Even though that's wrong most of the time, he's still going to trust
But
himself.
that's an okay thing to be, right?
Right.
Because charisma isn't about being right; it's about projecting confidence to where other people think you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to Donald Trump my way through this
That's
problem.
charm and social grace. Self-assuredness is wisdom.
Okay, alignment. So for good, you defend those weaker than you. For neutral, you just try to defeat a worthy opponent. And for evil, you kill a defenseless or surrendered enemy.
Evil.
Jesus Christ. No. Good. Good.
Okay.
What are my stats?
16, 12, 15, 8, 9, 13.
You said 16, 12, 15.
I just wrote it up typed it in the chat for you.
Ah, cool. Thanks.
All right, Mike, David, Renee, or Adam, who wants to go next?
I guess I'll go. We're all really hesitant, but
You are our Wizard. Well, this is all kind of, Do you have the character sheet stuff pulled up?
I've got it open, but I can't edit it.
That's fine. Just as long as you can refer to it. I'll have I have a hard copy here we can refer to if need be. Human, what would you like to name your wizard?
He's also named Billiam.
Yeah, but spell it French. No, let me think for a second.
We can come back to the name if you want to go through the look and
Yeah.
see if maybe that informs.
Yeah,
what you
we'll
decide
go
to
through
name
the
him.
look maybe.
Okay. Haunted eyes, sharp eyes, or crazy eyes?
He's got wizard eyes.
He's got
Hungry eyes.
hungry eyes.
Wizard
He casts some magic
eyes.
between you and I. Yes, David. Haunted, sharp, or crazy?
Let's go with crazy.
All right, I like it. Styled hair, wild hair, or a pointy hat? How do people normally see Wizard when he/she rolls up?
I think he's got a hat.
Okay, pointy hat.
He's got a pointy hat. Yeah.
All right. How are your robes doing? Are they worn out? Are they stylish? Or are they just kind of strange looking? Maybe made out of a strange material, or the pattern's all fucked up? Maybe it attaches in the back like a hospital gown.
Maybe it is a hospital gown.
It's a hospital gown worn backwards.
It's a fucking snuggie.
Yeah, I think they're going to be strange.
Okay. Do you have any idea in your head of how they're strange?
I think they're strange because it looks like he's wearing a formless sort of cloak over him. Like there's no armholes or anything. But when he goes to gesture with his arms, like the fabric just sort of warps around and suddenly there's pockets for his arms and stuff.
You're wearing a Klein surface.
So it's like there's no seams or openings or anything, but it just sort of like adjusts when he's moving his arms around and stuff.
His familiar is a cloaker, and it just...
So he is Bayonetta.
All right, so as your wizard's body, is he pudgy, creepy, or thin?
He's going to be thin.
Are we talking just like a little bit underfed looking, or like crazy spider gangly legs?
Well, it's hard to tell under the robe.
Fair enough. All right, so you've got those stats above to distribute, 16, 12, 15, 8, 9, and 13. Do you have any particular way you'd like to have them laid out?
Well, I should probably put the biggest stat in intelligence.
Which is strange, because you're a wizard, so you think that whiz, right?
I was going to say, I mean, that's generally not how wizards work in D&D. I don't know if Dungeon World's different.
There's WIS on the sheet. I'm just thinking, whiz, that sounds like wizard, right?
Yeah, wizard's spelled with a Z.
God damn it.
Whiz is different than whiz.
It's a Zed, motherfucker.
All right, so you'd like to put the 16
No,
into
it's not.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
All right. What do you feel, aside from your magical abilities, is your best feature?
Besides my magical abilities.
Yeah. Do you feel like
are
you
you a
can
punching
talk your
wizard?
way out of shit?
Are you a dodging wizard? Are you a buff wizard?
Have you mastered punch magic?
He casts fist.
He just basically you're Dragon Ball Z. You just you say whatever you're about to do and then pretend it's a spell and just beat the shit out of people.
Is he freaking Wizard
I cast
Goku?
bludgeon to death with stone. Anyway, yes, you have a 15, so that'll be your second highest stat. What would you like to put that in?
Let's put the 15 in... Well, let's say charisma.
Okay.
Well, no, let's not say charisma. Let's say...
So you're a cleric-y wizard, right? You could put it in...
I mean, these are still pretty traditional ways that we use all our attributes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put it in Dex. He's kind of a twitchy guy. He's able to run fast if things go wrong.
That's a good ability for a cloth wearer to have, I think.
Yeah, I was supposed to say classic Koro.
Next highest is a 13. So where would you like to put that? You got strength, constitution, wisdom, and charisma left.
I should probably put that in wisdom.
All right. Next up is a 12, which gives you a +0 modifier.
My personal philosophy is to never make con your dump stat, so I will put that in con.
All right.
You actually should in 13th Age as a Necromancer because you subtract your con mod from any attack roll and damage.
Yep.
Well, I'm not going to be a necromancer.
And this is
He's
also
also not going to be in
13th
13th age.
Yet.
So next up, we have a 9, which gives you a +0, and an 8, which gives you a -1. So what do you feel is your biggest downside?
I don't think he lifts. So,
Bro?
His swole is null.
Okay, which makes your charisma 9, which gives you a 0 modifier on that. For your alignment, do you see your guys being good, where you use magic to directly aid another? Neutral, where you try to discover something new about a magical mystery? Or evil, where you use magic to cause terror and fear?
You better not.
what do we have so far?
We have good and lawful.
It's just all evil across the board. You should be evil.
It is a completely valid choice if you'd like to be evil. It's not like, mustache twirling
Right.
tie people to train tracks evil like you see in some game systems.
It's just using magic to harm and terror.
It's not actually D&D evil. It's just This is the other way you get experience. What are you going to be doing throughout your session? Are you going to be trying to terrorize people, or are you be doing something that's lame?
Are you going to find the goblin camp and raise it to the ground and also make some weird fire avatar of yourself to go in and tell them to kill each other? Or are you going to, I don't know, go knit a basket or some
So
shit?
keeping in mind that we are adventurers, and we will basically be murder hobos unless this is one of those talkie campaigns.
Realize what system we're playing.
Is he gonna be Anakin Dark Magic Wizard?
Anakin Dark Magic the maimed Skywalker.
I killed the children. Yeah.
They said you killed younglings.
Neutral would be hard to do. Good and evil would be easy to do. But do neutral if you want to be one of the types that is always trying to root out things.
Be evil.
Yeah, I might go with evil with the interpretation that magic is scary shit.
Okay.
I think maybe my guy, he's a little too close. He's let's just say, he slept too close to the alchemy pot when it was brewing.
Okay, so have you thought of a name for your slightly evil, thin, crazy-eyed, pointy-hatted wizard?
Gaze into the orb of annihilation, and the orb of annihilation gazes back.
That's too long to fit in the box.
No, I'm just saying that's,
Yeah.
whatever.
Can you make an acronym out of that?
God damn it, Renee. You're coming through like a robot for some reason.
It's a little staticky, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because I have 7 things open because 7 things are apparently necessary for this, and also I'm trying to open the character sheet. So.
I'm not convinced that Renee is not actually a robot.
Wow, this static is coming in on everybody now.
No, it's just the dog is making noise over there, so it's causing issues.
Yeah, sorry, Chewie has her own.
So, David, have you thought of a name for your wizard?
I'm looking.
Don't rush. I'm just trying to veer us back on track.
There are
slowly.
a set of suggested names that you could pick from if you so desired at the top of the wizard page.
No way, man. I ain't gonna do a pre-made name.
Also, if charisma is one of your higher stats, I was going to say you might want to, you can go for, the Great Stupendo.
Yeah, that's a name that inspires fear and terror.
Oh, yeah.
Stupendo DS.
Super Stupendo.
Wii U.
We can come back on the name if you'd like, David.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
I'm looking at some names
That's fine.
right now.
Just take your time.
He's the Red Ring of Death.
Mike, Renee, and Adam. Either of you like to go next?
Either. All. Any.
I can go next.
Okay. Have you thought of a name for your thief?
Are you scared of my thief? Okay.
I was trying to pronounce it dumb and I couldn't, so
Oh, okay.
thief.
You pronounced it dumb. It's okay.
Thanks. I tried.
So I have the name Oric in my head, but is that close to someone else's or something? Because I don't know why it's in my head.
Oric?
Oric.
Spell it.
ORIC.
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll go with that then for now.
Or okay.
Oh, well, didn't we make a joke about spelling Koro
Yes,
backwards?
let's go backwards. That's
Then it
even
was-
better.
Or It was Orok.
No.
This is spelled
This is
different,
great.
so it's
It's
fine.
totally. Bobby's not
Yeah.
here. Now's the time.
Okay.
All right.
Any last name or anything?
He doesn't give a last name. No.
Okay. I forgot to ask that of Bobby and Andrew.
All right, I've got a name for my guy
Okay.
now. Zarko.
Zarko?
Zharko.
Okay. That's like Sharko with a Z.
Make it have 9 or 10 silent letters in it.
But you have to say him each
Um,
time, otherwise he gets pissed off.
You didn't
Exactly.
pronounce the double H, 3 L's, and an I. Any last names, Zarko?
No.
Keeping it like Cher. I gotcha.
David, I have a name for you. I just have to dig it up.
All right, Adam.
Yes.
How does your character look? Do you have shifty eyes or criminal eyes? Which they kind of sound like the same fucking thing.
I have hungry eyes. No, criminal eyes.
Criminal eyes.
So they're hard.
Which
Nice.
is much more effective in combat than those soft eyes.
Yes.
Do you normally wear a hood, or do you keep your hair kind of messy, or do you have it neat and cropped?
He is rather disheveled looking, so he has messy hair.
Clothing. Do you have dark, fancy, or common?
He tends to not want to attract attention, so he has common clothes.
So what has life done to his body? Is he lithe and agile? Is he kind of knobby, or has thievery worked out pretty well, and he's been able to partake and gotten a little bit flabby over the years.
I think we were just going with lithe.
All right. Alignment. Would you like to be chaotic, where you leap into danger without a plan? Neutral, where you avoid detection or infiltrate a location? Or evil, where you shift danger or blame from yourself to someone else?
Evil.
It was going neutral.
Aw.
Neutral, okay. Okay. And now we've got Renee or Mike.
Do you want my stats? Because I can have all 16s.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yep. So, stats. Can do the best
8.
of it.
Okay, so it's going to be 8, 16, 9, 13, 12, 15. Also, I was curious, do stats change at all during?
Yes.
Every time you level up, you get to add, I think it's 1 point to a stat.
So how do modifiers work that 13 and 15 are the same?
If you
modifier?
have the player's guide, if you open to page 51, 1 to 3 is a -3, 4 to 5 is a -2, 6 to 8 is a -1, 9 to 12 is a 0, 13 to 15 is a +1, 16 and 17 is a +2, and 18 is a +3, and you can't get any higher than 18.
Okay, actually, then I'm going to switch the 13 and 15.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's good for me.
I have to wait, but it's on anyway right now.
I don't speak robot. What was that?
We should help Renee with stuff being too many things being open.
Yeah, I mean, we're not really using the...
So we can close Google Hangouts.
I was about to say, we're not really using Hangouts too much at the moment, and we're not using playsets yet.
All right, so we'll close out a playset.
Okay, but I have to roll somewhere.
Well, we haven't gotten into a situation where we need to roll for anything yet, so we can at least keep it closed.
We
for
should
now.
stay in Hangouts
I
and
don't
be able
have to
to
roll
like
for
type and
stats.
stuff.
No, they're per gen. There's you pick from a list.
I just stabbed myself in the fucking wrist. Oh, good.
That was silly.
Please don't play with knives.
It's just lead. Okay. Mike or Renee, who wants to go next?
I can go ahead and go.
Okay. Have you picked out a name for your cleric?
Rook.
Rook, like a bird?
Yes. Or
Okay.
the castle in chess.
It's totally a square bird. Last name?
Rook.
Rook, or just the Rook is the only name you give?
Just Rook.
I thought it was like Mario.
John Leguizamo. I'm Luigi Mario. This
No,
is
that was
Mario
Luigi Mario.
Yeah, I was about to say. So,
Apparently, after 3,000 years, nobody has a last name anymore.
communities are pretty small, so I mean, there's probably only one Rook. So how does Rook look? Do you have kind eyes, sharp eyes, or sad eyes?
Sharp eyes, strange hair, flowing robes, and a thin body.
Everybody needs to fucking eat a sandwich.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that there's many sandwiches in this post-apocalyptic world.
We're murder hobos. You know, like getting a hot meal is a luxury.
So Andrew, my choices are thin body, knobby body, which is like thin except with bigger joints, or flabby body,
Nobby Bobby?
knobby bobby.
Any other identifying characteristics you want to make known at the moment?
Well, that strange hair is probably pretty identifying.
Okay. Have you decided where you'd like your stats to go?
10102 -1.
10102 -1.
And the important ones being 15, 9, 13, 12, 16, 8.
I mean, is that standard? The whole strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, charisma?
Yep.
Okay.
Or
Intelligence and wisdom are swapped.
Int was cha.
Alignment.
Lawful.
Lawful. Endanger yourself following the precepts of your church or god. Okay.
You don't want to talk any more about the cleric stuff? Starting moves, that sort of thing?
Have you picked a... Oh, shit. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize there was all kinds of checkboxes for this part. Let me see if anybody else has those.
I technically do as well, but
Okay. Well, we'll loop back around to you for that one, Adam. So, I didn't see that part. So, starting moves. You serve, worship some deity or power which grants you spells. Give your god a name, and choose your deity's domain. So, which god do you worship?
Actually, let's loop back around to that, because I'm trying to, originally I'm thinking Bloody Conquest, but I don't know which portfolio that drops under, so let's think about that for a bit.
Okay. I don't think you have to do that, Adam.
the only thing I have is the poisoner. I had to choose a specific poison to start with, I think.
Choose a poison from the list below. That poison is no longer dangerous for you to use. Okay, which one would you like that to be?
The oil of... I don't know how you say it. Tajid?
Okay.
Yeah, the oil target will be the one that I picked. I don't know if I can... If that's just a once, and that's done.
pretty much you've trained specifically with that one for a certain amount of time, so you've kind of become immune to most of the effects when using it.
Okay. And then I apparently start with 3 uses of it as well.
Okay. So, what previous experience do you have that made you used to the effects of basically the roofie of the poison world?
It's a bitch to make, so I've fallen asleep a lot.
You must have used it a lot to become so desensitized to its effect.
Very convenient way to get in and out of places that have guards. So he's probably very familiar with it.
Hey, does this smell like the oil of...
I'll tell you. Actually, he commonly uses poison needles, so that's where his poisons will be found most likely.
Hey, does this needle been like the...
You know, and also his hobby is crocheting. So
Yeah, I knit. I don't. They're just giant fucking needles.
right. You also took acupuncture for a short time.
Professional
Very
masseuse.
short time.
Purely for stress relief purposes.
Yeah.
Was the very short thing of crack because he's a halfling?
You know, from a certain perspective, death is the ultimate muscle relaxant.
No, it's not. Have you heard of rigor mortis?
It is. Yeah, but that doesn't last for very long.
Only forever.
All right. So Renee, have you thought of a name for your ranger?
No.
You want to skip that part and come back to it?
Yes.
Okay. For the look, do you have wild eyes, sharp eyes, or animal eyes?
I'm wild-eyed, hooded head, traveling clothes, and a lithe body.
I think our party is all going to be like really haunted, shell-shocked people.
Yeah, this definitely takes place after some sort of war.
We can actually work that into the story. Like maybe there's been a bit of a famine due to the ruination
you're a bit of a
lots
famine.
lands.
Maybe not me.
Fuck you, man. Have you decided where you would like to put your stats?
No, because that's not in the book part of this, so I can't see it.
Okay, so the highest stat you've got is a 16, which will give you a +2 modifier. You've got your standard array: strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. I think most of
Wait, what are my stats?
No,
No, you can just read them to me.
right. She wants to know what they do.
Yeah, right. No, I mean I just want to know what the numbers are, so I can
you've got a
think
16,
about it.
which gives you a +2, a 15, which gives you a +1, a 13, which gives you a +1, a 12, which gives you a +0, a 9, which gives you a +0, and an 8, which gives you a -1.
And what do I have? Let's see. So what is it? Strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom,
Intelligence and charisma.
intelligence, charisma. I'm a ranger. Okay. Let's put let's go ahead and put the 16 with dexterity.
Okay.
And now I want to put the 8 with charisma.
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm a ranger. I don't care about
You're
people.
not used to being around folks.
You know, I'm the strong silent type.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Okay, so what is the difference between strength and constitution?
Strength is how hard you can hit. Constitution is how long you can stand up after getting hit.
Right, okay. Then I want to go ahead and put the 9 with strength.
Okay.
Alright, so that was in 15, 13, and 12.
Yes.
Constitution, wisdom, intelligence.
One of your starting moves uses wisdom, so I would recommend you give that one of your plus
Yeah,
ones.
I think I'm going to put the 15 for wisdom, the 13 for constitution, and the 12 for intelligence.
Okay. Another thing we've got to do for you, after alignment, would you like to be chaotic, where you free someone from literal or figurative bonds? Good, where you endanger yourself to combat an unnatural threat? Or neutral, where you help an animal or spirit of the wild?
Somewhere from literal or figurative bonds. That seems weird. I don't have a lot of charisma, so let's go with good.
Okay.
That seems like a charisma kind of thing. If I'm freeing someone from figurative bonds.
Okay, so you have an animal companion. You have a supernatural connection with a loyal animal. You've got a choice of wolf, cougar, bear, eagle, dog, hawk, cat, owl, pigeon, rat, or mule.
Pigeon, that's funny. I'm not choosing pigeon.
It's a dire pigeon. He shits on command.
Creepiest pigeon you've
What's an
ever
eagle
seen.
dog?
Not much. What's eagle with you?
Oh, geez, you're so exciting, but dogs are so great.
They are.
A wolf is like a dog, but different.
That's true. A wolf is like
Wolves are a lot different than dogs.
What were all the options again?
Wolf, cougar, bear, eagle, dog, hawk, cat, owl, pigeon, rat, or mule.
You know, the thing about eagles are people are just going to shoot them out of the sky.
We got proof of that. Please yes. On. Bing boom.
Yeah, some days you're the guy who's summoning the eagles, some days you're the guy unsummoning the eagles.
We'll unsummon it for you.
Man, I would have given us a
I
dumb
think
spoiler.
that I will choose a wolf.
Okay. Now you get to choose a base. You're going to be
Right.
choosing ferocity, cunning, and instinct. And the value of the ferocity score will determine how many strengths it has. The number of your cunning will determine how many additional trainings it has. So, like for hunting or searching. And the instinct will determine how many weaknesses it has.
I think that I will go with the top one, 2, 1, and then 1.
So you get to choose as many strengths as you has ferocity. So you get to choose 2 out of that list.
Adaptable and keen senses.
Keen senses, okay. Trained to fight humanoids. Choose as many additional trainings as you have cunning. So you've got 1 cunning. So what else is he trained to do, he or she?
Hunt.
Hunt. Makes sense. And you have to choose 1 weakness.
Stubborn.
All right. Now, do you have a name for your wolf?
Wolf, no.
This is Wolf. He's my wolf.
He needs a name, doesn't he? I still need a name. God damn it. Names are the worst.
You're Wolf and he's Fox.
Ha.
You can name the Wolf Ranger and name yourself Wolf.
You could be you can name your wolf Snake.
Solid snake? Liquid snake? Okay,
That's what happens when one of them dies.
Well, I mean, it
Um,
has come to.
I'm going to name my wolf Max.
That's just madness.
Now your ranger's name needs to be Sam.
Okay, if she's
Actually, Sam is a good name for a ranger.
Well, it is pretty good, actually, and it's kind of gender neutral, so that's also fun.
Would you like to name your ranger Sam?
Why not? I'll be Sam.
Do we have a last name?
Wise.
For Sam and Max.
Empty?
Baggins.
Sam Truethorn.
Now, is Sam short for anything, or is that your
No.
given elf name? Okay,
She's divorced herself from whatever the rest of that name was.
nice. Okay, all right. So everybody, for your maximum HP, if you look on your sheet, there's a little heart, and it is going to be some number plus your Constitution score, not the modifier, the entire Constitution score. So for Rook, you have a 13 plus the 6 that gives you, so your max is 19.
That might shift around a little bit, just FYI, because I'm playing with different stats. I'm playing with the stats. Don't worry about it. I'll send you like an update if that changes.
Cool. That's fine. Sam, yours would be 8 plus Constitution. Jesus, so you're at 21. Zarko, you are 4 plus Constitution, so you're at 16. Auric, you are 6 plus Con, so you are 15. Voltus, you are 10 plus Cons, you are 25. And Bill,
That's my name.
you are 10 plus Constitution, so you are also 25.
Man, we should have been like Bill and Jeb and
Oh God!
just done total
Oh, I
Kerbal
thought you were
Space Program.
going former presidential candidates.
Bush.
Oh, that would have been
No.
kind of funny. All presidents' names.
My name.
All right.
And the third party candidate, Voltus.
Bobby, we got some extra stuff we have to figure out for you.
Okay.
So one of the things that a fighter has is a
This is
signature
the
weapon.
best part of being a fighter.
This is your weapon. There are many like it, but this one is yours. Your weapon is your best friend. It is your life. You master it as you master your life. Your weapon without you is useless. Without your weapon, you
Yep.
are useless. You must wield your weapon
Yep.
true. Choose a base description. All of them are 2 weight. We'll get into weight in a little while. You can get a sword, axe, hammer, spear, flail, or your fists.
Fists.
They can never take him away.
Warning, this is going to get weird if it's your fists.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
How
funny
so?
though.
We could say that it's like the like
No,
metal
no,
gloves
it's
that go
funnier
on
if
your
they're
fists.
his fists because he has monstrous heavy fists.
I'm gonna die.
Choose the range that best fits your fists.
That would be hand range.
Hooks and spikes. I think he can choose though.
The one that best fits your weapon. It's fists, so it's hand range.
I don't know. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he has the range of reach.
Nope.
It's really how far he can reach, right?
So you get to choose 2 enhancements for your fists. They can have hooks and spikes, where you do plus
Yes.
1 damage, but they weigh 1
Yep.
extra. They could be sharp, where they do 2 piercing damage.
No.
Perfectly weighted, where you add precise, which you don't want to do since that
Oh,
rolls
no.
dex instead of strength.
No,
for your
Piercing
attack.
ignores
Fuck
armor. It doesn't do 2 piercing damage.
Right, it ignores 2 armor. Serrated edges.
Can I have serrated gloved fists?
We've got
No,
serrated edges.
There's more.
Glows in the presence of one type of creature of your choice.
Prostitutes.
Huge. Add messy and forceful modifiers.
Oh yeah.
Versatile, where you choose an additional range. So you could.
Yeah.
You can actually
That's right.
have reach range
That are huge.
That would be hand or close. It would not work for reach. You can't
Reach
fucking
out.
rock
It
fist.
says choose. It says choose.
I'm telling you, man.
Just really good at a
Or well
lightning
crafted,
jab.
where they have -1
Huge,
weight.
versatile fists are hilarious.
The thing is, I didn't hear a goddamn thing you said over the laughter.
How do you envision your? Okay, do you still want to do fists, or now that you know the modifiers, would you like to choose a different weapon?
I want a stick.
You can have a flail, which is like a stick with a rock on it.
Can I just have flavor that with a stick on it?
A hammer, which is like a
You
club.
can have a hammer.
Yeah,
That'd,
yeah, yeah.
that'd be closest to a hammer.
Yeah, can it flavor that as a club? Yeah,
that's fine.
I want a club.
It's a spear, but you lost the spearhead.
All right, so
I want to beat the shit out of people with a brick.
okay, so for your club, hooks and spikes, sharp, perfectly weighted, serrated edges, glows in the presence of an enemy, huge, versatile, or well crafted. I can explain those if you want, but just which ones sound most.
Glows in the presence of an enemy.
Okay, what type of enemy?
Fuck.
Glows in the presence. Glows in the presence
Trees.
of one
Trees.
type of creature. Your choice.
What kind of creatures exist in this world?
Well, fewer than existed before after this war.
Goblins. Yep.
All right. What other thing would you like?
What are the options?
Hooks and spikes, sharp, perfectly weighted, serrated edges,
It's a sharp stick.
versatile, or well crafted.
Huge.
Okay. That adds the traits called messy and forceful, which give
You can push people around with your fists.
It's basically just a giant stick.
messy. It does damage in a particularly destructive way, ripping people and things apart. And forceful. It can knock someone back a pace, maybe even off their feet if you hit them with it. Okay. Now, how would you like it to look? You have ancient, unblemished, ornate, bloodstained, or sinister.
Sinister.
Okay. What is this weapon's name?
Club.
Do you want it to be called Club?
Yes.
It's club with a K.
No, it's not. You don't get to know my weapon, goddammit.
Club. All right. Now we have to choose starting equipment for you.
Are there ladies in the club?
12 plus your strength mod is 2, so you have 14 max weight. Currently using 2 from your weapon. All right. Choose your defenses. Do you want to have chainmail armor, which gives you 1 armor and only weighs 1 weight? You also get adventuring gear with that, which you can use for. It's basically just an all-purpose. Like it's got hooks and rope and torches and all that kind of shit in it. Or
Can I get? Yeah.
instead of both of those, you can choose scale armor, which gives you 2 armor, but it weighs 3.
Am I strong enough to carry that?
Yeah, your total weight you can carry is 14. You're currently using 2.
Yeah, I'll do scale.
Scale. Okay. Right. So that makes us 5 weight, 2 armor. You get to choose 2 things. You get the options are 2 healing potions, a shield, antitoxin, dungeon rations, and herbs, or 22 coins. So 2 healing potions is one thing, a shield is one thing, the antitoxin, the rations, and the herbs is one thing, and 22 coins is one thing.
Will the shield inhibit me from wielding my club?
We can say it's a one-hander.
So that you actually can wield things with 2 different hands. Or sorry, I believe if you use both hands to attack, you get like hand and a half bonus, something like that. Double check that real quick. I don't remember.
We'll say that you can use the shield with one hand and the club with one hand.
Okay, then I will take that over 2 potions.
Okay, now you get to choose one more thing. So you got 2 potions, antitoxin, rations, and herbs, or 22 coins.
I'm not sure what potions do, so antitoxin.
They heal you, because I won't.
Yeah, the potion, you use it, and it heals you for 10 damage.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, antitoxin.
Okay, so that will be another 2 weight from everything. So that's 9 weight out of your 14. And you have 3 armor, so make note of that. The way armor works in this is whenever damage is dealt to you, unless it is piercing, you subtract your armor from it. So if you take 12 damage, it would be 9 since you got 3 armor. We gotta pick equipment for fucking everybody, don't we? Huh? Alright, let's go with Andrew next, since you're the next sheet on my pile. Your load is 12 plus
Cool.
your strength mod, which gives you a total of 14.
Yep. I've already got all my stuff chosen. So I start with scale. I've got a longsword and shield. My mark of faith is a blood red coin. I think I default to 5 rations, and then for my pick one of 2, I'm going to go with adventuring gear.
Okay, do you have a number for your total weight on that?
I've got 6 weight left
Okay,
of
so
14.
8 weight. And what's your total armor?
Total armor is 3.
Okay, that was easy.
I'm all ready. So I should have an max of 8 load,
Yes.
whatever I want to call it. Okay, so I chose the rapier. I chose 3 daggers, 3 throwing daggers, and I chose adventuring gear. That should have me at 4 out of 8.
Yes. So you don't have any armor, huh? Oh, leather armor. 1 armor, yeah, sorry.
I do have leather armor.
Okay, so we got 4 weight, 1 armor for you. Don't get hit.
Yeah.
Wizard, Zarko. So your load is 6 max.
Yes.
Weight. You start off with a spell book, which weighs 1, and dungeon rations, which also weigh 1. So that's 2
Okay.
of your weight right there. Now you get to choose your defenses. Would you like leather armor, which gives you 1 armor and weighs 1, or a bag of books that you can use 5 times and weighs 2, and you also get 3 healing potions.
you
What do bag of
you
books?
you actually use them in defense.
Why are they limited use?
You're gonna wear out the spines.
Basically,
I keep telling you not to bend the spine back.
when
like
your
that.
bag
It's
of
gonna
books
break the
contains
book.
just the right book for the subject you're spouting lore on, you consult the book, mark off a use, and take +1 to your roll. Basically, the bag of books would help you figure out shit about an area or a thing. It's got 5 uses. So I guess once you use a book, it's just no good anymore, and you just throw it on the fucking ground.
Reddit. I think I'll take leather armor.
So that is 1 armor, and we're currently at 3 weight. Now you get to choose your weapon. You have a dagger, which is hand distance, and 1 weight, or a staff, which is close, which is further than hand, and 1 weight. So they both do the same amount of damage if you attack with them in melee. So it's really just a matter of which you feel would work best for your wizard.
Probably a staff.
Okay.
Which that's part of the reason why my robes are so weird is you never know I'm holding the staff until I actually have it like out from under the robes.
Come on, man.
No.
That one writes itself.
Yeah.
He's always just polishing it for some reason. Right, so would you like to have 1 healing potion at 0 weight or 3 antitoxins at 0 weight? Healing potion will give you 10 HP, and an antitoxin will remove the effects of, I think, just 1 poison. Yes, when you drink antitoxin, you're cured of 1 poison affecting you.
I think I'd probably take the healing potion.
Okay, so you have currently 4 healing potions, and your armor value is 1. Also, don't get hit. Hey, Renee! Your maximum amount you can hold is 11.
Right, okay. I'm picking the hunter's bow and short sword.
Okay.
Do you want dungeon rations or arrows?
Okay, so the way ammo works in this, you don't have to keep track of actual shots. There's a move when you're firing your bow called volley, which is what basically the all-encompassing I'm using a ranged weapon against you thing is. And if you get a 7 to 9, one of the drawbacks you can choose from is you have to use a bunch of shots and you lose 1 ammo. So if you get to the point where you lose all of your ammo, then you can't shoot until you go buy more arrows. But as long as you don't choose that, you're fine.
Okay, so like you only lose ammo if you roll badly.
Yes.
Okay, so theoretically, 3 ammo, if I roll well, could last forever.
Technically, yes.
Okay. Then I'll pick the adventuring gear and dungeon rations.
Okay. So that is another 2 weight. So you have 1 armor, 7 weight, and then I guess make note of all the gear shit you have. And Rook, have you figured out? So you have dungeon rations, which is 1, and some symbol of the divine. Describe it.
I haven't figured out whom or what aspect I worship yet.
Okay, we could worry about that part later then.
Right,
That's fine.
but I'm pretty sure my deity is bloody conquest, and my preceptive religion is sacrificial offerings.
Okay, the third one. Your religion has important sacrificial rites. Add petition offering. Okay.
Bill is pretty okay with the shit that
Be
you're
burning
doing.
the dead in the name of bloody conquest.
All right. So would you like to have chainmail or a shield?
Chainmail, warhammer, and adventuring gear.
Chainmail, warhammer, adventuring gear. Chainmails.
Bill asks if you want to be friends.
Sure. I will call you just like my first pet. I forgot the name of your barbarian now.
Okay, fuck you. Bill makes an attack move.
What was your barbarian's name? Davor, right? Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was Davor,
Davor,
not
got it.
Davor.
Does my spells
No.
I prepared are a magic weapon and magic missile.
God damn it.
And hold half orc.
It's gonna be this kind of game. I'm gonna be holding him.
That's why I said all.
Loving Embrace cast as level 1 cleric.
Okay. So, the next part we're gonna have to work out is the bonds section. This basically determines sort of the backstory that you guys have coming into this. We're gonna assume that even if this is the first time you guys have ever met, you form some, first impressions, I guess. So if you look at your particular class character sheet, you have some bonds to pick from, and those, when you work to resolve them in some way or another, will get you experience at the end of a session. So who wants to go first? We can use you as an example.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I want to say that Mike and I were war heroes together.
That's
Do you see the list of bonds you've got options for?
Yeah, I worry about the ability of Mike to survive in the dungeon.
in the dungeon.
That's what it says.
Worry about the ability of Rook to survive in the dungeon. So when you recommend or when you choose something like that, we've got to make sure that the person the bond is with is cool with it. They have to sign off on it. So why do you feel that Rook may not have what it takes to survive in this out in the
I
wilds?
think he has what it takes to survive, but he almost died in the last dungeon we were in, so I feel the need to protect him.
Rook?
Sure. Rook seems like the type of person that would almost die.
Not dying, get better.
I mean, Mike, are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you're clear, Rook can probably beat you in a fight.
What's that?
Nothing. The ongoing Rook versus Davor, who would win? Pick a side. Not Davor. Bill.
Like, Davor would win every single time.
Died on last trip. Alright, so where did y'all go and what happened that almost killed him?
Shit, I want to reference things from the 13th Age campaign, but I can't. Huh?
That's a completely different setting.
You could just say, there was a thing that happened with the stuff and the monkeys.
Yep.
There were too many cooks, and we almost died.
Mm-hmm. He's the brains of the operation. He almost died. I don't know.
I have switched my constitution and intelligence based upon this conversation so far. So please continue.
Just, that's great. Freaking the lead is coming out the back of this pencil now. Because I erased all the way through the eraser. So yeah, where did you guys end up going on your last mission?
Hell.
I don't like that, actually.
You're level 1. You probably didn't go to hell yet.
We died.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we lost.
That's what they call the.
Okay, let's pick a different bond for somebody else and work on that one.
We'll come back.
You have blank owes me their life, whether they admit it or not. I have sworn to protect blank, or blank is soft, but I will make them hard like me.
Is this still me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Or we can
Have
run.
to at
We
least
can
one or
round
two
robin
more.
it if you want. Chris.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we can.
Mike.
Look, we can come back to you if you want and do another
Yeah,
one, Bobby.
because you can't pick me for everything. Or you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, round
Don't
robin. Go to somebody else.
Go to me, because I'm ready to go.
Okay.
All right.
Mike, what you got?
So I'm going to go ahead and
Or
pick
Rook.
Valor as a good and faithful person. I trust him implicitly. Vulpus.
Voltus, yes. Now, what has made you believe this about Voltus?
They worship one of the old gods as presented in the coin. And I think that sort of faith and religion is sorely lacking and probably not around that much anymore. And I assume that my character is going to be worshiping one of the old gods as well. So
Okay.
I'm projecting that onto the world by saying that that sort of faith
Hey,
seems
Mike.
rare. Yeah, Andrew?
Hey, Mike. My god killed your god.
My god can beat up your god. Voltus, are you cool with? I assume
Yeah,
that
totally.
you've at some point discussed your religion with
Yeah.
the people you've
Do you
met.
believe in things?
Okay.
Yeah, I believe in things.
Voltus
Alright.
isn't.
That's the first
He
mistake.
He is not quiet about his faith.
Okay.
It comes out a little muffled because he's talking through the plague doctrine, but he's not quiet about it.
Paladins, clerics, they're just the worst.
All right, so we will add that to Rook's bonds. Voltus, why don't we go to you for one? So for your options, we've got Blank's misguided behavior endangers their very soul.
No, I'm gonna do Rook has stood by me in battle and can be trusted completely.
I'm going to throw a bit of a left turn for a moment.
That's pretty surprising since he did my rescuing.
Okay, it'll happen. Maybe we just found you and then we almost died in hell.
I
So
mean,
I-
it happens.
So, Adam, what's the name of your character?
Orc.
So, Chris, I'm trying to drop them on the tabletop here virtually so that I can keep track of what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, something we should also figure out is why we don't have access to all the figures in your session here.
Can't spin them up because they're not ours.
Oh, I knocked them all over, so I figured we could stand them all up.
Look at them to stand them up.
You should be able to at least draw words on the map, Mike. Are you on roll 20?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it. Okay, I just was. Go ahead. Ignore me.
Voltus, which battle was this that Rook has stood by your side?
Rook and I were discussing faith one day, and we decided that essentially we would sort of test the measure of each other's conviction. And so he had me help him in one of his conquests of a specific location.
All right, going next, let's go to Adam. So for your bonds, we've got I stole something from Blank. Blank has my back when things go wrong. Blank knows incriminating details about me. Or Blank and I have a con running.
We call it that D&D podcast con.
Soon everyone will find out. David, you're Zarko, right? The wizard
Yep.
guy. Okay, I constantly steal things from Zarko. He has all kinds of fascinating things on his person, and these really weird robes. And it's just hard for me not to just
That's kind of a dick move.
steal things
That
from
is
him.
amazing. I love it.
I didn't say I keep them. I do give them back.
Zarko, are you cool with that?
He's saying he gives them back. So
Yeah, you might have an interesting book, and I feel like reading it for a little while.
I have a feeling like Zarko feels like if he goes to his pack and like something's not there, he assumes that the ghosts took it.
And to you, that makes perfect fucking sense. Like, oh, that's the ghost again. God. Ugh.
Zarko's seen some shit, so
All right, Zarko, let's go to you next. So you've got Blank will play an important role in the events to come. I have foreseen it. Blank is keeping an important secret from me, or Blank is woefully misinformed about the world. I will teach them all I can.
Great things about the Wizard's bonds that you can add. I have foreseen it to all of them.
Pretty much. Important role in events to come. Someone is keeping a secret from me, or someone is woefully misinformed about the world.
who was Grime? Sorry, I'm looking at the Roll20 names here.
Oh, if you look at the top left, of this. We got the names of everybody.
So we've got Voltus. I'm gonna say that Sam will play an important role in the events to come.
So what did you foresee that makes you feel this?
I've foreseen that her wolf will play a crucial part in saving us somehow.
Okay. Sam, are you cool with that bond? You're muted, I think.
I didn't hear any of it. I had my headset off because my brother came to pick up the dog and I was talking to him. I didn't realize that I was involved at all.
Zarko has foreseen that you and your wolf will play an important role. He saw that the wolf will save the party somehow. You cool with that?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We just have to get approval from both sides before we write it down. Zarko. All right. Well, next, since this seems to be a pretty good way that it's flowing, Sam, let's get a bond from you. If you have your character sheet open, there is a list of fill in the blanks. I've guided blank before, and they owe me for it. Blank is a friend of nature, so I will be their friend as well. Blank has no respect for nature, so I have no respect for them. And blank does not understand life in the wild, so I will teach them.
Geez, I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out the whole time, and I have none of these seem to fit anybody, really.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Even if they don't fit with the things as they are now, you can sort of just throw one out there, and you and that person can brainstorm maybe an event where it actually worked. Like, perhaps you were hired to guide one of these people before.
See, my problem is I wasn't paying enough attention to everyone else's character creation because I was doing schoolwork, and so I don't really know enough about their backgrounds to pick. That's my admission of truth. I don't know, we should probably really come back to me some other time.
Okay.
Like, I literally have no idea who to... I really have no idea what to do with these.
So, for example, for the Ranger ones, you have got guided X before, and they owe me for it. That's probably an easy place to start. Start off with wow, these are actually kind of weird.
She's got the cool perks, so she has to have the weird bonds. Just the way it goes, I guess. We'll come back to you then if you want. Let's go back over to Bill. So, have you sworn to protect anybody? Does somebody owe you their life, whether they admit it or not? Or is someone soft, but you will make them hard like you?
I've sworn to protect Rook.
Okay, we've already got one with Rook, so I would recommend that you pick somebody else.
I thought it said that you only needed to do one.
You only need to do one, but you can do many.
I want to have at least two for everybody. That
Okay.
way we can have some sort of background between the characters, and it would sort of inform why you guys are even working together.
Okay, who's the wizard?
Zarko.
Darko.
I worry about the ability of Zarko to survive in the dungeon.
We already picked that one for Rook.
I thought that was who I've sworn to protect.
As far as I remember, you said that he almost died on the last trip, so you worry about his ability to survive. We can
Can I change it up?
We can switch it up if you want.
Yeah. I worry about the wizard. I've sworn to protect Mike.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, nothing against you. But
No, that's fine. I mean, I think it's probably a safe assumption that maybe the wizard is not as
going to die?
not as resilient as most of the other people.
Yeah.
It looks like I've been through some shit already.
You're kind of scrawny, so I gotcha.
You're officially Minsk, and David is your witch.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, nobody gets that reference.
Everyone should get that reference. Guys, boo, go for
Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate
Verse.
2, god damn it.
You'd like Davor, he's a
Seriously.
lot like Minsk. Other way around, you like Minsk, he's a lot like Davor.
Rook. Rook, let's get another bond from you.
Let's see.
We've got blank has insulted my deity. I do not trust them.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to think which one of you guys is godless.
The wizard.
Okay, so I have a bond with Voltus and Bill.
Well, they have... You have one with Voltus. Bill has one with you.
I'll pick,
This seems bad. It seems real bad.
So, the funny thing about... So, I don't know, So if I pick Sam for I'm working on converting Sam to my faith.
Okay.
What moves did she pick? I can hear you shuffling papers.
I've got
oh god.
like 6 character sheets printed out with index cards attached to them, so I could track who's got things with what. So,
Be nice to Bill. Bill's got your back.
would you like to try to convert the Ranger to the god of bloody conquest?
Yes.
Sam,
I'm a cleric of bloody
Renee, are
conquest.
you cool with the cleric kind of just bugging you every now and then, be like, "Hey, so about the god of bloody conquest, you wanna try this out, or?" You don't have to be swayed by it.
As
but-
long as he doesn't mind how annoyed I am with it.
Yeah, have you considered donating skulls to the Skull Throne?
Okay.
I always pick a bond that's not antagonistic, but more funny than serious.
Annoying.
Let's go next to Vultus.
Cool. So, Vultus believes that the misguided behavior of Zarko endangers their very soul.
Okay.
So the other thing that I thought the Vultus would be funny if Vultus was trying to convert Sam to their religion.
I haven't ruled that out yet.
So, because I think that would be hilarious, because Zarko indicated that Sam was important in things to come.
So we're not trying to get Sam, we're trying to get the fucking wolf.
All right. So, Vultus, what misguided behavior do you believe that Zarko is engaging in that's endangering his very soul?
So the first fucking time I met Zarko and saw him do his, like, actual crazy mad wizard thing, I'm pretty sure I saw him sacrificing some part of some soul to fuel the magic.
Okay. So
That's pretty fucked up.
So you're under the impression that his particular brand of powers involve the sacrifice of souls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Pillars of Eternity style bullshit up in here.
Character is vaguely modeled after Durant's, if that wasn't obvious.
I've only played like 4 hours of that game.
Auric, let me get a bond from you. We have Blank has my back when things go wrong, Blank knows incriminating details about me, and Blank and I have a con running.
Okay, I think we definitely need a con going on. We're trying to figure out who's
I
Bond
think that'd be
light
pretty
so
funny.
far.
I don't want to throw myself into stuff because I don't want to be that guy, but I'm following basically Lash as Lash written up in that document, and part of her justice was poetic and hilarious.
Okay, so as it stands right now, Bill has nobody with bonds pointed at him. Rook has 1, Vultus has 1, Sam has 2, Auric has none,
Okay.
and Zarko has 1.
No, I was gonna say sorry, Bobby, but there's no way I think I can run a con with you.
Hey,
No,
do not run a con with me, because you will
no, it's
lose.
alright. I got Bill for my third bond.
Also, thanks a lot, guys. Y'all are dicks. I ironically didn't pick Bill.
No,
Alright.
Bobby, you don't understand. It was poetical.
I said,
Bill's in constant danger. I will keep them safe. What? No.
You'll keep me safe.
So my third bond that I'm picking is in constant danger. I will keep them safe. So you've sworn protection to the cleric, and the cleric thinks that you're gonna die. I'll keep you
Maybe
safe.
no. Maybe you thinking he's in constant danger and trying to keep him safe is what brought you to death's door, which is what's causing him to not think you can make it. So you vowed to keep him safe, and then he's
There
got
you go.
an oath of protection on you to keep you safe because you keep getting each other in trouble trying to save each other.
Similarly, I think it'd be hilarious if Auric had a con going with Sam
Yes.
regarding
yes,
people
Lash.
trying to
Oh
convert.
well, I would totally be willing to consider it if you just give me like 30 coin. I'm real hungry.
I need some money and time to think about this.
Rook, you are trying to. You believe Bill is in constant danger and want to keep him safe, right?
Yeah, he doesn't really even
Okay.
have any real weapons. I mean, the guy is just a danger to himself and everyone around him.
Bill. Bobby, are
I'll
you cool
punch myself in the face to prove you wrong.
Are you cool with Rook thinking that you're always in danger?
Yeah, that's fine.
His humongous glowing fists cannot save him from everything.
He has a stick now.
Yeah, you got a stick.
It's funnier if they're fists.
A stick that like breaks limbs off.
Well, that's why I got the stick.
That's a normal tree thing.
No, okay, so I'm going to hold off on the con thing for now. I still want to do the con, but I need to think of a better reason right now. So right now we're going to say that Sam and I have a bit of history, and she has my back when things go wrong.
Okay.
Um,
Renee, are you cool with you guys having some sort of history that would lead him to that idea?
Yeah, I imagine that we may have run into each other. I'm kind of antisocial, and so, I'd hang out in the corner with the thief.
yeah, you probably had some trouble going into towns with a wolf, so maybe I've helped.
You disguise the wolf as a seeing eye wolf.
This is my seeing eye wolf, helps me while I gamble. Yeah, that works.
Okay, so I'll go for that for now.
Okay, Renee, do you want to give one a shot? With that, him thinking you've got his back, that could lead to some prior experience. So it could work with you've guided him before.
It doesn't really work with any of my stems. If we're gonna say, let's see, Bill. I'm gonna say that at some point in the past, I ran across Bill somewhere where he was lost, and I helped him out, so he owes me for it.
That's everywhere Bill goes.
Right, so I just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Bill did okay. Where did this happen? Was it out in the woods, or was he wandering the town aimlessly?
I think
Kind of aimlessly.
I was gonna say I think that Bill could probably manage to aimlessly wander his way through town. So I would say it was probably in the woods. It's not too far from a town, but he couldn't quite get there without my help.
Okay. Bobby, are you cool with that?
Yeah, Bill was hunting boar. Not with any map or guide or anything, just wandering around the woods trying to find boar.
Sam, were there any boar in that forest, actually?
That was some dude's orchard.
There's probably no boar there. You're just wandering around with a stick.
All right. Zarko, we need some more from you. Do you feel that someone's keeping an important secret from you, or someone is woefully misinformed about the world? Auric doesn't have any bonds with him. Voltus is kind of light. Rook is also kind of light, if that helps any.
Refresh my memory. Which character is Auric?
Auric is the thief. Voltus
I'm still learning the character
Voltus
names.
is the paladin, and Rook is the cleric.
I think Auric might be keeping an important secret from me.
I constantly steal your shit. I'm sorry.
Okay, you cool with that, Auric?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get one more from you, then we'll all have at least two. Then I'll go around and see if anybody wants to do any last ones. The friend of nature thing would be so much easier if somebody was a druid.
I know. That's why I asked Mike. I couldn't remember which one he'd picked because that would be way easier.
Maybe you see Rook as a friend of nature, or Rook hired you to lead them a party through some sort of wilderness.
Mike will remember this.
Well, that was the she already guided Bill. Before.
Yeah, I guided Bill.
So we have friend of nature, no respect, and does not understand life in the wild.
Bill doesn't really understand much at all.
Wizard, the paladin.
You could say the wizard has no respect for nature, and just really play up the fact that David is playing an evil character. I mean, a wizard who is crazy.
I mean, I guess a wizard. I might feel that a wizard has no respect for nature. He does or not because he casts spells to manipulate.
His spells
nature.
are centered around destruction and manipulation.
No, I mean,
souls.
as someone who has spent a lot of time in nature, I might feel that the use of spells in and of itself, spells that aren't specifically nature magic, might be manipulative of nature.
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't like. I would say that I have no respect for his skill as I have no respect for his aspect as a wizard because I feel that's outside of the natural elements in it, and it flouts the rules of nature.
Respect. Zarko, you cool with that?
Sure.
Okay. Does anybody else have any last bonds they want to do?
I'm still willing to have a con with someone that if we can think of a decent con to make it interesting. but I don't have anything off the top of my head that would be worth a whole bond.
I've got one. I respect the beliefs of. Actually, no, that's not true. I don't.
Never mind.
Rather, Bill is a brave soul, and I have much to learn from them.
Okay. What did he do that makes you think he's brave?
I've seen him definitely dive into stupid situations to try to save Rook, and I
But you said die.
yeah, I saw him literally die a few times for Rook, and Rook's just kind of crammed the blood back in. No,
You talking about Bill?
Yeah,
I mean, I put the blood back in.
yeah, exactly.
Bobby, are you cool with Voltus thinking that you are
But
a
I've
brave
died
soul?
before? Yes.
That you're a brave soul.
I mean, hasn't everybody died once? No? Is that not normal?
It's not quite normal, but it's okay if you think it is.
That better.
Yeah, I mean, I did get better.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do any bonds? I think Rook and Voltus both have 3, so I'd probably want to keep those at 3. But we've got 4 other people. Anybody else want to do any more bonds?
Can I put a hole in one? But I think that my character would be very quick to note if we were once we're out in a wilderness scenario, that someone doesn't get it and would want to teach them about life in the wild. But I don't know, my character, I don't think would know enough about one other than
gotcha.
Bill to know who would need that.
Well, what we do.
I've got one. I've got an idea. So, what is the nature-y thing?
What?
Insert person does not understand life in the wild, so I will teach them.
All right. What's the move for tromping through the underbrush?
Hunt and track?
Yes.
Something like that. Undertaking
that,
a
yeah.
perilous
Oh, yeah,
journey, right? And one is to act as a trailblazer, one acts as a scout, one to be quartermaster. So who has the lowest wisdom?
Probably me.
I'm at 9.
I've got an 8, yeah.
Wait, you have 8 for intelligence, Bobby. Unless I wrote it down wrong.
No, that's probably right. I just put them down in the wrong order because I was thinking D&D stuff.
Voltus and Bill both have a 9 for wisdom.
Alright, I'm still pretty fucking dumb. That's great.
No, that's neat that nobody took wisdom as a jump stat.
It's also great that I didn't know wisdom.
Renee, you could use that for me, since if I assume I have your back. Wait, no, it's the other way around. Yeah, you have my back when things go wrong.
Oh, but that'd be
and you
hilarious.
could be teaching me at the same
Right.
time. That could be what it.
She's got my back, and she's going to leave me in the woods
Yes.
to die.
At the end of every session, part of the things that you do as housekeeping is you evaluate the bonds. First, you see if any of them are resolved or no longer relevant. At that point, you can also add a new one. So if after the first session you feel like, oh, this person's completely fucking incompetent, you can add it at that point
Okay.
and then make it a future thing to resolve. So it doesn't all have to be done right now. These will grow, and after we've actually gotten out in the field, you guys can start writing bonds that aren't on this list at all. So that'll open up stuff a bit more as well.
Okay. I'll have my eye on you guys. I'm waiting to see who's stupid in the woods.
Don't fuck it up!
Bill is probably the one who's stupid in the woods. Probably good at hitting stuff, though.
All right. It's getting kind of late, so I don't want to do a full session or anything.
No. I'm about done over here.
Yeah, I just want to ask a few questions of folks so we can sort of, so I can give myself a jumping off point for next time. Bill, where in the continent is the village that you call home? Where is it located? Is it on the coast?
New York.
So it's on a river, but kind of by the coast.
Yeah, it's coastal.
Auric, this area, is it a big town with a bunch of different races? Is it a bunch of small communities that are sort of banded together but independent? How does that work?
Sorry, which town is this then? This is where we're starting?
Yes. Yeah, it's where you guys all hail from, more or less, that general area.
It would definitely be a bigger town. We'll say it is a bit metropolitan with the race mix.
Rook, what is the name of the town, and what is it most well known for?
I wandered for a second. Can you recap what was already been picked?
All right, so we got a coastal town. It's a bit bigger. It's kind of metropolitan. There's a bunch of different races mixed together. What is its name, and what is it most well known for?
Cool. I'm just spitballing ideas. I'm having a hard time coming to stuff at the top of my head.
That's fine.
Like, for names, I'd want to go back and pick something that would be derivative of something in the previous world, just because that would make sense, but I don't have the previous world's map in my head at the moment.
Yeah, most of them were like just 2-word combos because I was lazy, so like Tidestead or
Axis.
Scaleport.
Cease battle.
But I also, Andrew and I have been spitballing things in another channel about ideas and stuff. So maybe like
First Conquest. Because it's on a coast, so it would be like a good foothold for an invading army.
there you go. I like that. First Conquest.
Okay. What is the town most well known for? Is it a trade hub? Do they mostly just like have some rare sort of fish that's a delicacy? Do they have the best parties?
The best EDM in town.
As implied by the name, First Conquest would be some sort of like a bastion against savagery, or some sort of I don't know.
Sort of like a beacon of enlightenment and stuff.
No.
No.
Yeah, dude. That vector of Mike takes time and preparation. I have a hard time coming up with that on the fly.
That's fine. I could pass it on to somebody else if you want.
Let's go with it's one of the last walled cities. And it has sort of like a series of watchtowers, so it's actually very easy to defend.
Okay, so Andrew apparently is the person we go to for
Attack on Titan.
Like one of those, and like sort of one of those torch relays along some like nearby mountains, so they warn of incoming armed forces from land.
Renee, Sam, recently you all were contacted because a group of people went missing in a nearby swamp. What is the swamp called?
Mirthless.
The Mirthless Marsh?
Yes, let's alliterate that. The Mirthless
the Swamp
Marsh.
of No Hope from the Endless
Nice.
or the Luck Dragon movie.
Never-ending story?
Yeah,
Okay, so for some reason I have something stuck in my head.
Swamp of Sadness.
It popped in my head. It was something called Crookback Bog, and I can't remember where the hell I heard that before.
Back Bog?
Yeah.
Wow, it popped right up when I started Google typing it. Witcher 3.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
the Mirthless Marsh.
Yes.
Voltus.
This is easy, I'll take Voltus's. I think Bobby's asleep too.
Bill already went. So the group that disappeared in the Mirthless Marsh, they were there to gather resources. Was it food or was it some other kind of material? And if so, what was it?
Ooh.
Ritual sacrament.
God damn it.
Okay.
Why, God damn it? Were you thinking about saying something else?
Zarko, the party that went missing, this gathering process, is it something that is tasked to a certain group of people, or is it a rite of passage sort of thing, or who are these people that left?
I think it's a sort of a draft system amongst the able-bodied, but there's always some sort of ranger that goes with them.
So, the people that were drafted, is it considered a punishment, like Hunger Games, or is it sort of a privilege to be able to go and get these items?
It's kind of an obligation.
Okay.
Like nobody really wants to do it, but it's like you do it and because it needs to get done.
Okay.
It's important.
Some people sign up 3 times, like when they go to
Even
vote 3
people that
times.
want to get drafted?
Bill, what time of year is it right now? What season is it?
Fall.
Fall? We're talking beginning of fall, middle, end?
Middle of fall, leaves are browning. Is that a thing?
Yep. That determines what month it is now. And how shitty it is outside. And
That's pretty good outside.
For now.
And Rook, how far away is the swamp that you guys are traveling to?
How 4 days.
4 days round trip or 4 days each way?
4 days each way, because that's just farther than you can live without water.
I like it. Oric, were you offered payment, or is this a way for you to repay a crime you were recently caught for? And if so, what is the crime?
Well, Oric doesn't work without getting paid, and he does get caught, so clearly we were getting paid.
Okay.
Good fucking answer.
Yep.
Were you offered materials or coin? Vultus?
Voltus isn't in this for remuneration, personally, so he's given up his share.
Okay.
But as a group, we were probably.
I have a
offered
new
coin.
bond that I get whatever Andrew shares. Wait, is that how that works?
I steal all the time from the wizard and put it back, but I steal especially all the time from the paladin, and I
We just
don't put
care,
it back.
It's okay, right?
Oh, good thing I got these healing potions.
For one, for two, I follow the god. I follow the god of retributive justice. So
Trying to think if there was anything else.
He came back a different person.
Sam, there's been talk, there's been more rumor than anything that something has made itself at home in the swamps, where previously there was nothing there. What do the rumors say that it is?
Shadow creature.
sorry, what did you say?
Shadow creature.
It is fucking Neverwinter Nights 2.
Okay, that should be enough to work up something. At least the outline to get you guys started. So when we get together next time, have your character sheets ready to go. Bobby, why don't you roll me a D30? And Mike, what year is it?
Here is 7.
7?
That war didn't happen very long ago, did it?
Right, so it is the 17th, which makes it Tides Day.
Did I just kill everybody?
Yes, that's
Sorry.
all. Reroll
Game's over,
everyone.
guys. We got to generate a new world.
Sorry,
Tide
guys.
Steak is coming. Did you bring a coat?
I mean, I didn't mean to.
Adam,
Yeah.
before you guys left, were you provided with supplies, or were you expected to pay for your own?
Basic food and water, yeah.
Okay, provided with trail rations. Okay, cool. I can send you guys this calendar thing I have. Anyway, yeah, so that should be good for
Cool,
now,
cool.
and we will pick this up next time with actual thing doings.
Next time we'll learn how the game works.
Now we first we had to slightly bumble through character creation.
David, roll 2d6 plus 1 to avoid my battle axe.
Do it. Thank you everybody for downloading these episodes of that D&D podcast. Ooh, 5. That's a complete failure. So he manages to hit you with the axe, but you get 1 XP. So that's good. So thank you everybody for downloading this latest episode of that D&D podcast. We hope you stay tuned for the actual adventure part of this, or else, I mean, you kind of wasted your time at that point, and it's a sunk cost thing. So you've already spent this much time. You may as well listen to the next one. Nobody tell them it's a fallacy. Renee,
That's not on my list of logical fallacies, so I think we're okay.
please continue to like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to send us an email at thatdndpodcast@gmail.com if you have any sort of questions or comments or anything. Have a good day.
That D&D podcast is released under Creative Commons 2.0 Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivative License. Tell your friends about us, but don't chop out the good stuff and don't sell our work. The intro music is The Last Ones by Jahzzar, that's Jahzzar. It can be found at the Free Music Archive. The outro music is Kopika, Kopeika, by Et, that's ET_, and can also be found at the Free Music Archive. All other copyrighted content is owned by their associated copyright holder.